Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy P Funk thinking right out here. And I'm rapping, I'm ripping them. I got a nice lesson for you again today. We're gonna talk about one of my favorites: love and joy. Those are inner emotions that you need to get control of. So if you're looking for those things out here, stop. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? So I ask the question, do you know you? You will run through, because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and always to Mayat be true. Right thinkers, when you master your emotions, not just the lower nature, but when you master the concept of love and joy, those are inner emotions. Let's talk about it. I got a nice little lesson for you. And if I got time, if it permits, I'm going to take you over to the mastery of relationships. I'm looking forward to that one. That's got a little length to it. So let me see if I can get to this and get to it. Let's rock. True love. Again, we all have fell in love with our heart emotions. And we all had it broken. So that's a fact of life. It ain't gonna kill you. My mother said, well, don't kill you, it makes you stronger. So that broken heart just should make you a little stronger, make you make better decisions. So don't lead with your heart. If you're fighting, don't lead with your power. Why? You might need that to do what you need to do. So your heart is the same way. Keep that behind, protect your heart. All right. But love and joy, true love and joy, hear me, cannot be found in the physical world. My point I tried to make to you before we started, it's internal, it's an inner thing. Upon reflecting, if you do that with yourself, you will see that the pursuit of happiness in the physical world, which you was taught to pursue from your childhood, everybody told you to do it, society, and that is a mistaken concept. One thing about a concept, you can always change it. That's why I give you concept. It ain't in stone, it's just a concept. And if it works for you, that's fine. If not, okay, no harm, no foul. Okay? But when you get that concept of they tell you to do, that's chasing reality, and reality is really a relative reality, aka this world is an illusion. Well, it's physical stuff. Again, pay attention, grasshopper. I'm here to teach the concept. Again, stay with me conceptually, not literally all the time. It ain't all literal. If there is an object, again, physical object, anything that's physical, or even a person, which is an object, that could provide true happiness, who would that be? For the Christians, it's Christ. Indian is Krishna, Brahma, my man Krishna. But again, Egypt, Haru. Everybody got an archetype, a stereotype, a figure that they can feed off of to emulate. But there's no object in this physical world that would have a universal appeal. other than what? God. But God ain't in the physical world. That's the concept right there. If it's here, it's transcendental. God is here. It's here. Understand that. Now, it would make everyone happy, what, all the time. For those true followers and servants of God, true religious people following their faith, they do just that. And they benefit from just that. Why? God recognizes what? Good deeds. So if your religion tell you to do this, do that, and you do that, and you'll be rewarded. It ain't because of religion. It's because of the deed in God. Understand that. But reflecting on this point is what I'm trying to get you across. Ain't nothing physical that's going to give you that. And the point to reveal that there is no such object or person. You hear me? No such object or person in this universe. The mind is so constructed that it becomes bored with what? With objects of the world, and with even people, and even with the pleasures of the flesh. The physical body, 5 senses, that's all you can get from this physical body. It can see, it can smell, it can hear, it can touch, and it can taste. Those are signals that are sent to the brain. The brain has a mind that thinks and functions outside the physical body. Did you know that? Another lesson. But it is what you call deep-rooted, and it needs to experience what? A complete bliss in the physical form. That's you becoming physical for the man from what? From spirit to matter. Now he got to go what? From matter back to spirit. That's in the physical going right here. That's got to be done conceptually. Conceptually, the body ain't going. The body ain't leaving earth. Spirit will, if it's enlightened with knowledge of self. Again, and that experience is called what? Bliss. I got religious people who are living the religious kind, and they are blissed out. Why? They getting the benefits of what? Living, right? By the belief, the faith that they follow. I see a lot of that. I love that. I love hanging out with them. Okay? Them holy rollers, tongues, no, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. But the real ones, I love interacting with them. That's what I'm talking about. And what's this? You're in search of yourself, your true self. The ego thinks it's itself. It's not. You have to recognize that. Why? Because if you let the ego keep having you believe that you'll be stuck there. This realm, this is the devil's realm, okay? And watch this, which makes us, think about this, watch this, makes us want to what? Go back and pursue the same activity or the object or the person which what? Which provided us with short-term gratification. That first love, okay? I'll never forget that. But that's it, that's gone. But the memory will always be around. You can have a memory, but you can't live off the memory. That memory don't do nothing. Good feeling, but that live in the now. Perfect example. When we are agitated, as we talked about, but if your mind is caught up in what you didn't do and what you're trying to do, it's missing what? What you're actually doing now. Live in the moment. That's what everything happens right now. It's happening right now. Okay, deal with that, understand. But a lot of us wanted that situation that felt good. We call that chasing the dragon. Back in the day, when I smoked that pipe, that first hit of that damn freebase cocaine took me to a place I had never been. And I liked it. See where I'm going with that? And most people do, oh yeah. So that's the bad mama jamma. But the idea is you had to have the wherewithal, the consciousness to know what's right for you and what's wrong for you. That's your discernment kicks in, okay? That's most ignorant people don't use their discernment until what? After they did the act. That's Monday morning quarterback. No, whatever gave you pleasures and joys, that moment, that's all it was. That's it. And a lot of us chase that. If you go out to love, okay, married people. I'm not going to marry my ex-wife. Not a hell to the no. Why? You know that you can't go back. You past is the past. Okay, you can't relive the past. I know people who keep trying. Don't. Just let it go. Move on. But mental serenity, that means you're comfortable moving on. If you're still stuck on stupid, you still concern yourself with things that don't concern you. And again, watch this now. Each time we try to return to the source of this illusory pleasure, whether it be sex, drugs, woman, man, whatever. We try to relive that. We try to call chasing the dragon. The dragon is elusive. Okay, he gone. Okay, let him go. Why? You can't catch him. That's the concept. Right? All the acts chasing the dragon, they never catch him. Moving on. And when you finally we conceive ourselves, what? That the experience that we had this time will be better. No, it won't. If we are unable to return to perceive the source of pleasure that we receive, now what happened? We become what? Depressed, upset, and disappointed. That's most people's life cycle. They do that over and over and over. Don't that get old? Upsetness constitutes what we call an agitated mind. Free your mind. What? Let go of the nonsense and your ass will follow. Okay? Agitation of the mind prevents peace of mind. Did you know that? If you worrying about what you did yesterday, pondering over what you did yesterday, and concerned with what you got to do tomorrow, you're missing today. You can't live in yesterday. You can't live in tomorrow. You got to live in today. That's being conscious. And for the mind had to be at peace for this to occur. An agitated mind won't lead to what? Peace of mind. So this is the painful, suffering process of life of most ignorant people referred to by the sages of what we suffer because what we desire. The thing that we desire we can't get. So we suffer from what desires that we can't fulfill. That's crazy. Hello? Moving on. And my man said, hello? Are you there? You listening? Your emotional attachment is dispelled when what? When you finally realize through what? Experience and wisdom of the teachings. Now you will become what? More and more what? Detached, dispassionate. You're starting to protect yourself now. You're starting, no, I ain't going for the okie doke. No, I'm not doing that. No. Now you get more toward, you do that toward what? Objects of the world, even toward people and their ego consciousness or their concepts. Certain people, I don't even want to be around them. Why? I don't like the vibe. I don't like, and I'm not going to be in a place I don't like to be if I got a choice. Simple as that. Moving on. I tell you, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. But if I can take myself out, I would do that, whether suffer through it. I mean, that's ugly to me. I don't like that. Moving on. Okay. But this will allow you now to have what? More self-control over emotions, over your senses, over your passions, over the physical body. If the physical body running you, the mind ain't in control. The body is. That's not good. The body is physical. The body is ego. It wants pleasures. Okay. It wants stuff. That's what you want. Okay. Well, you can get that. But peace of mind will now what be possible when you stop those things that agitate your mind. Meditate, flush out the bad, flush out the old, and let the new come in. And that's what it's all about. Meditating, listening to God, communing with God, not praying, talking to him. No, they're two separate things. I keep telling you that, but some of us get it confused. One, now you will use objects and possessions, but you will not be all that attached to them. Again, use it what's intended. It ain't the end all be all. And because now you will know what? That nothing, you ready for this one? Belongs to you. Whatever you own, whatever you own, at the time of death, it's going to somebody else. Watch this. This is easily demonstrated. I'll tell you the sample of what King Tutankhamun. They gave him all his stuff for the afterlife. Okay, stuff don't go to the afterlife. They figured that part out. Okay, so you should understand that physical stuff stays here. So it's easily demonstrated when someone, watch this, when someone dies and have to leave all their worldly possessions behind. When my old man passed, I seen people come to the house like it was swap meet or some stuff, flea market. Oh, all the stuff that he had that people like. Once he died, they came and got it. So if you're in a book reader, you need to come to my house. Why? That's why you don't get left behind his books. That's my thing. Everybody got their thing. Books is mine, but I'm just saying. Possessions, I call them toys. I don't need toys. I ain't a kid. I'm a grown man. So I need stuff that's going to enhance my intellect, and books does that for me. Moving on. But again, peace of mind. When you die, what's this? You leave all your worldly possessions behind. So ownership of anything is really what? An illusion. You see where I'm going with this? Now let me finish this up. I've got half a page left. I'm just do this one lesson. Again, to acquire peace of mind, it is required by listening, reflecting, having understanding, proper tutoring and guidance of the teachings to learn so that you can develop true love and joy for what? Oneself, for yourself starting with, okay? True love and joy comes from, you ready? Discovering that God is within oneself and all creation. I keep telling you that thyself is the God that's in you. When you realize that, the light go on. Yeah, that's the whole part about enlightenment. Find out that you and God are one. My goal is to get you to know that for yourself. I ain't got to keep preaching to you, beating over the head with it. You can experience it for yourself. That's my point. My goal is to get you to do just that. Where we at? Okay, when you realize that, discovering that God is within oneself in all creation, that's enlightenment. Now you should have a better perspective about life. This is the coveted goal, not just for all right thinkers, and it's the ultimate reason for what? Existence on earth. The man fall from spirit to matter to have this experience. It's up to you to fulfill your obligation to what? Reach that goal of what? Knowing that you and God are one. Knowing thyself. We call it nihas. The ultimate fun. Oh, there's fun in life. Watch this. The ultimate fun is to be able to live on all planes of what we call existence. The physical world, third level. The astral world, the fourth dimension. The casual or the absolute, which is the fifth dimension. That's where just awareness and spirit comes together. That's God. That's the ultimate. That's where the spirit that's in you, the consciousness that's yours, if they become one, that's what goes home. Hope you understand the concept. I calm down, I'm getting excited. Because I'm trying to get the point across. That's what it's all about. Now, when you understand that your search for yourself is what is driving you to what? Know you. Some people have different desires, but as an aspirant, that's your goal. Your spirit is, watch this. This, however, is occurring in what we call an unconscious, ignorant way. You don't know where you're going, don't know what you're doing, don't know you. You need guidance. You need tutoring. You need to learn. You just can't figure it out. I figured out, no, it don't work that way. Moving on. Well, some people, trial and error, they try this, that, don't work. Okay, I want to do that again. Okay, but that'll take a long time, a couple of lifetimes to figure that part out. So moving on, get guidance. One is now able to see when one is looking for love, when in all the wrong places. If you're looking for love out there, I love her. We're going to be together forever. No, you're not. Okay? I love him. No, okay? Nope. Why? For those who ask, you can provide, again, guidance. And it's based on your experience and your level of spiritual development in oneself, a.k.a. knowing thyself. Okay? If you don't know yourself, you can't educate or enlighten nobody to themselves. What the hell is going on? So again, somebody who experienced, that's what the sages and the teachers and the mystics and the saints and gurus about. I practice what I teach. Moving on. You will now want what? To share what? Your peace and wisdom with others. When I tell you, me and my pastor, we share blessings every day. Why? Because the way we live, we get blessed and we can talk about it every day. Okay? When you want to share your peace and your wisdom with all, but you will also now understand that others have their own lessons to learn. They might not be where you are. Okay, remember, meet them where they are. This is why your spirit is recognized by the falcon. Why? The falcon can come down, chill, hang out. But when they get tired, it can ascend. Animals, earth animals can't ascend. They grounded here. So the falcon, that's what the spirit can do. It can rise or it can come down and meet you on your terms. And if he need to get you on land, he can get you. You in the water, he can get you. In the air, he can get you. That's the spirit, okay? It ain't no joke. That's why it's recognized by the falcon. So then what? Now you can only be helped to the extent that what? How far and how ready they are to grow spiritually. I can't do nothing for you to you unless you want it. I can give you information. You can either take it or leave it. I can't do no more than that. Moving on. But spiritual growth is sometimes painful. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're gonna have some pain. Trust me. Giving up. Why? Right? This part right here. Giving up one way of thinking for another. That ain't easy. That's not easy. It's only going to happen when what you want to. And most people only do it when they get ass out, when they just ain't got nothing left. Now they open for suggestion and they pretty much take anything. And once they put the effort into whatever it is, they become loyal to that. I ain't got a problem with that. If you're down and out and Christ got you back on your feet, Christ, I ain't got a problem with that. Simple as that, okay? But it's hard for somebody to change their way of thinking for another. And some may not be able. Again, some may not be able to change their particular habits or traits in what? This lifetime. Don't worry, he'll be back again. Why? He didn't get it right. So he'll be back. But how you know he won't? His conscience won't. The spirit that's in him, that was in him, it didn't go home. He didn't enlighten it. So it's back again. Conceptually, I'm just keeping it real. That's why I look at it. I ain't got no problem. I'm not beat for it. Well, ain't he up in heaven? Nope. Nope. Moving on. All right, let's get this joy thing right out the way right quick. Joy comes from what? Expanding our consciousness. Why? Because since our true nature is that of spirit, the spirit finds great joy when it's exploring the spiritual realm. It's free to free your mind. Why? To let it explore that realm when you go to sleep. Most people don't know that's what they do when they go to sleep. The subconscious takes over and it just has its way. But joy is when you're able to control it. And pain, what's this? And sorrow come from experience of diseases, weakness, the inability to control one's life. That means you're doing things that's causing you problem. Drug use, alcohol use. Your body's starting to get beat down. It can't handle that. Okay? My man called it, what? Death by installments. You continually put stuff in your body that's going to cause it to break down. The opposite is good health. Exercise, physical fitness, prayer, meditating, yoga, whatever. But the wrong things, no, we don't fast that. I don't condone that either. But and what happens in life, they feel like they become victim of circumstances, of their own doing. They become pawns, okay, on the chessboard. I don't want to be a pawn. Y'all expendable. That's the masses, they see y'all as pawns in their chess game that they play y'all as pawns. Y'all don't even count. Moving on. But when you're able to control, when you're unable to control your emotions and your moods, etc., one mind is trained to understand and how to accept dealing with reality of what? The spiritual world. It is now free to explore that world, thereby making it possible for your soul to feel true joy at what? Experiencing that realm which is beyond the physical body. Your soul love when you go to sleep. Why? It's free to explore, to do its thing. That's why, okay? That's what they're telling you. But through attainment of Haruhood, you can be of the greatest service, what? To humanity. Why? You will know the right thing to do or to say. Why? Again, because you will be connected to the source which is of all things. Know all universal consciousness, aka God. The joy of knowing you are one with him sets you in a position where everything you do is just righteous and firm. That's fun. That's the ultimate fun, to live in bliss with every day. They call it walking the grace of God and all that, whatever you call it. But when you can manifest that for yourself, that's a beautiful thing. I know people who are doing it. I'm doing it. So I share that with other people who are doing it. And then a whole bunch of us. I wish there's more. My job is to help you get there too. So let me wrap this up for you. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. Those who, through the era of ignorance to attachments, love their body, love the physical world, love monetary things, the big house, fancy car. Y'all love that. So what happened? You will abide wandering in darkness, meaning don't have no knowledge of self. You're ignorant, and this is the devil's domain, which is earth, and you're sensible and you're suffering to the things and end up death. But those who wake up, become enlightened, know themselves that what the body is but a tomb of the soul, rise to immortality. Why? When the physical body ceases to exist, the spirit become conscious of itself, will go home, not looking for another body to continue on their what? The life journey, fulfillment of what? Pleasures. It don't need it no more. You got everything you need in yourself. And once you realize that, the game is over as far as reincarnation. And they say, you get to choose to come back. I ain't coming back. You think Jesus came back after y'all strung him up? Little jokey joke. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go. Right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never knew that my right thinkers who starting to realize who they are have passed away. Next is mastering all relationships. I've been waiting for this. I'll be right back.